Today we're going to head down to Mobile, Alabama. The University of Mobile, Alabama is like a hidden gem when it comes to private universities. They offer a whole host of amazing degrees, but some of their specialty ones deal with their music department. They have an incredible commercial voice degree. They also have a very popular worship leadership degree, and then production, which is something you don't see a whole lot. Recording studio, live lighting, and sound design. And then they help place their students. Many of the nation's top churches take students from the University of Mobile, and even the Disney company. I recently did a camp down at the University of Mobile, and I wanted to tour the Fisher-Brewer Recording Studio. It is an amazing recording studio right on campus.
All right, so we're here at the Fisher-Brewer Recording Studio at the University of Mobile. This is a really, really awesome space that students get to use throughout the year through their time here at the University of Mobile. We've got a couple different rooms, a couple different spaces that we'll walk through, used for different purposes and different types of recording. So let's get started. So walking in, we've got some of the albums that have been produced here from the University of Mobile, some of our ensembles and that sort of thing. Starting off here, we've got Studio B. Right now, there is a drum set that was just cleaned out from the live room for Studio A, but this is kind of the beginner room here at the desk where students can start to kind of get their feet wet with Pro Tools, start working on some smaller scale recording projects, demos, that sort of thing. Has all the same plugins and software as our A room does, but it's kind of a little bit safer environment for them to get started, just learning the basics and just learning how to use all of the stuff. Coming across the hall here, this is the control room for Studio A. A much larger, more advanced setup here, but we've got kind of all sorts of stuff. A lot of really, really great gear that's just some of the industry standard stuff that you'll see in any studio that you go to. Mac Pro running everything, we're running Pro Tools. Got the HDIO, Avid IO over there.
Your outboard gear.
Oh yeah, it's great. We've got lots of great stuff. Those 160s, distressors, the purple. We've got 12 channels of the API 3124 pre's. Got the A2D as well, and then the UA kind of channel strip thing with the preamp EQ and compressor. Got some Shadow Hills pre's up here. Obviously Neve EQs, the retro double wide tube compressor. A couple of those purple actions, and then the Vintech, like the Neve 1073 type thing, with some EQ options there, and then obviously patch bay. Everything's nice and labeled, easy to tell where everything's going. So we've got a couple of these, and just these Avid surfaces here that we can use for writing automation or mixing, anything like that. Monitors, yeah, we got the ProAx. Those are powered by the Bryston amp down there in the bottom right. And then moving out, we've got the Aratone, those mix cubes. If you've used them before, you know they sound pretty terrible, but they're great for getting kind of even levels on your mix. And then the big boys on the outside, those Dynaudios are pretty cool. Yeah, in here, the only other thing kind of lives in this room. The new Nord Stage 4 hammer action. Really, really awesome keyboard. We've been really loving it, getting used to having it around here. Let's pop over here to this main live room here. This room that we're going to is kind of our multi-purpose, anything you can imagine. Obviously, you can see right now set up what once was a Blumline mic configuration has now changed a little bit. But we've got a Yamaha C7 Grand that lives in here. It's an awesome piano, it sounds incredible. And then we've got a Gretsch USA custom kit that will usually live in here as well. A couple different snares, some cool cymbal options. Do everything in this room from vocal, like BGV, gang vocal situations, obviously drums, piano. I mean, you can put a whole band in here if you want to. I've done a brass band in here, I've done all sorts of stuff. So some really, really cool options here. Just a great room to do kind of whatever you need to. Yeah, we'll hop back into here. So basically off of the control room for A, we've got these other two booths here. Right now, this one on the side, this smaller one, we've got a couple guitars in here, and then what we were using before the Stage 4, we've got the Montage 7. Some people have been kind of swapping back and forth between that, but this room acoustically is kind of meant to be an in-between between the live room that's super live, open, lots of room sound, and then our other booth over there that's super controlled. So this one is kind of like a bedroom type sound, not super controlled, but also there's a little bit more dampening than just a wide open room. So I've done vocals in here. I've done horns, tuba, strings. I love this room though for guitar amps and acoustic instruments. So guitars, mandolin, violin, anything like that. You get a clean sound without it being so sterile that there's no life into it. So awesome room here. And then going back to the back is our other tracking booth. This is definitely, and even just walking in here, you hear from the other room, you hear a pretty big difference. This is kind of the most controlled environment that we have. So this is the Manley Reference. It's a super awesome microphone. One of my favorites here. We've got some cool mics, but that one might be my favorite. We'll see. But yeah, so this room is mainly used for vocals, and sometimes we'll do acoustic guitars or something like that in here. There've been a couple times lately I've put a drum set in here for a really tight condensed sound. Just a couple of mics on it and get a really cool kind of unique sound. But this last room in the back here, this is just our closet where we keep pretty much everything. So we've got all of our mics over here. Mics, triggers, some extra headphone parts, all that sort of stuff. So this is all sorts of stuff. DIs, when they're not out in the rooms, we'll put P16s up, some extra perk toys, drumsticks, shakers, tambourines, all sorts of stuff over here. We've got the Wonder, the Manley here. This is a stereo mic from Sheps. We call it the Bentley. That's an incredible microphone there. AKG C414, two Mojave FET 201s, kind of all sorts of stuff. We've got some extra stuff. This is what we'll use for our choir recordings when we go down to the choir room to record. We've got FM radio transmitters that we can work off of there. The rest of this is just kind of storage boxes, cases for cymbals, for baffles, guitars, all that. Extra snare drums down here.
Tell us about the various projects that are done throughout the year.
Yeah, so we there's all sorts of stuff that comes through here during the year. Obviously, a lot of our ensembles will usually record at least once a year, do a project based out of here. So that's a lot of variety, from Southern gospel to Celtic music to just a vocal ensemble, to worship music, all sorts of stuff. And then there's a number of just other student projects, if there are students that are singer-songwriters that'll use the space, and some alumni, and even just outside people that want to use the space that'll come in here and do some of their various sessions. So a lot of really awesome stuff. And then one of the biggest things that we do is our Christmas Spectacular Christmas performance. After the performance is over, we've got all the files that are recorded from the night will come in here, and students will get to edit those and kind of get those ready to be mixed and released for either for rebroadcast on a TV channel, or for our YouTube page, or for social media, or whatever. So a really big variety of stuff that comes through here.
Are there any upgrades you are planning on doing in the future?
Eventually, Avid's kind of starting to push out the support for the HDIO stuff, so eventually we'll probably upgrade to something different there. And then always looking to buy more gear, trying to spend more money. So a couple of things I'm looking at getting pretty soon: API 2500 bus compressor. I'd love an SSL bus compressor, and maybe some different mic options and that sort of thing. So,
of course, if you're interested in more information about attending the University of Mobile, they have incredible opportunities for students going on campus. They also have great opportunities for students who want to get their degrees online. So give them a call. Hopefully you've been having a great summer. Can't wait to see you next Monday, 10 a.m. right here.